Good morning. Happy Saturday. It is Flash Fiction Live. And today it is just me. Natalie has some other obligations, so I will be doing this solo. And I will also be doing some prompts from Flash Fiction February because I never got all of those done. So I'm going to take this opportunity to go back and go ahead with those prompts today. So you're welcome to join me. I'm not going to dawdle. Hi, Misha. How are you? Hi, Nina. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Kat. Hi. Hello. How are you? Yes, we have a Dobby here. He is in rare form this morning. There you go. Yeah, so Natalie is away today. She has some other obligations. But it is good to see you all. How's everybody doing? Since I'm down a co-host, if anybody wants to participate and send me their story, I will be glad to read it live today since we'll have a little bit of extra time. I do have a hard stop at about 10:50, just so I can make sure that I am ready for work, since I am working remote. And yeah, let's get into it. Are y'all doing Prepoon? Are y'all doing that? Ever since I heard that, I've been like, I love that one. But yeah, are y'all getting ready for Nano camp? I haven't done anything for Nano camp, so I'm not sure yet, but maybe. While I wait for your comments to come in, I'm going to go ahead and set up the timer. I'm using Zara's timers today. Let's see. And I've got the prompt and the 10 words ready to go. So this was daily prompt number 8 from Flash Fiction February. Now we'll get that up and going. Let's see. Ooh, Kat, that sounds really good. I just made my smoothie and now I'm going to get dressed and start cleaning my room. Productive. Today I'm compiling music for my supposedly weekly fave music list on Spotify. Ooh, cool. I don't know if you have a wrench, but you should definitely drop a link if you're sharing it. I don't think I'm going to do Camp July because of my health and looking for a job. That is fair. I hope that you're starting to feel better. I know things were pretty rough there. And as to the job, we're thinking of you. So here is the prompt. I'll go ahead and pin that, and then I'm gonna also put it as a banner because I think we've been doing that and it's been helpful. Okay, prompt 1. And with that, we are. Oh, wait. We got more company, more comments. Jeez. Okay, Misha, you should have a wrench. Not sure if I'm doing camp. I thought it would be done, but I'm still trying to recover from burnout. That is a real thing. I feel that. Definitely don't rush yourself. Come back as you're ready. But we do miss seeing you. You got a wrench. I decided to make another list where I put all of my previous week's faves as well. Oh, that's so fun. Yeah, definitely. I'm always looking for new music, so definitely put that in the comments and I will give it a listen. Thank you so much. With that, we will go ahead and jump into our first sprint. It will be a 30-minute sprint. And we will begin in 3, 2, and 1. Okie doke, that was sprint number 1, prompt number 1. We are, hold on here. How'd everybody do? I know we had a couple people drop in, and I think I missed some of you, but SD Houston, hello. Barrett, good morning. I think we've got some lurkers as well. I hope you're having a good lurk. Let's see, Misha said here. Usually updating the list is faster than this because I just post all the week's songs that evoked some sort of strong emotion in me. I like that. I really like making playlists. I haven't made any in a while. I used to do a monthly one, but I don't know. I guess I got really busy. But I enjoy borrowing playlists because then I get exposed to new music, which is my favorite. I definitely can get stuck in a musical rut with just listening to the same song 84,000 times. So this is much appreciated. And I started on it, and I'm really enjoying the playlist, BT Dubs, the first one that you posted. This week, I'm basically focusing on songs that make me happy and make me want to dance. So I'm actually moving a lot of my list to next week. Very cool. Love it. So I finished this story. I think I finished the story. There's more that I could do with it, but I wrote a fun story in which nobody died. I know, shocking. And as I was writing it, I felt like maybe I have used this prompt before and forgotten about it, or it was a very similar prompt because something started coming back to me, but I'm pretty sure I took it in a wildly different direction. So I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and read my story. The meatloaf looked dried out and insipid. Pallid pieces of onion stuck out like dried bones, and the edges were blackened where the ketchup stuck to the side of the foil pan and burned. Rolls of brioche were cold and not entirely cooked through. I brought it all together with a wilted salad and glasses of arbor mist that had gone flat. All in all, I was pretty proud of the spread I'd presented. My husband, Frank, kissed me on the forehead as he passed by with a lighter in hand, poised to light the tapered candles that presided over the whole mess. Well, I doubt anyone would guess you're having a boss over for dinner, he said. Are you sure you want to do this? I swallowed hard and nodded my head, shifting one of the square plates so the cerulean pattern aligned to the edge of the table. I'm not going to chicken out now. I thought not, he said. Are you wanting to call it? I asked, surprised at the note of hopefulness in my own voice. He pulled out a chair from me at the head of the table and took a seat by my side. My dear, today is all about you. We waited in silence as the dinner grew colder. The minute hand on the clock ticked slowly around its face. I played an imaginary video of how I wanted things to go in my mind, but it did little to soothe my churning stomach. I thought about how joyous I would feel when things went off without a hitch. Really, no more monthly reports would be a win in and of itself. I jumped when the doorbell rang. Frank stood and went to the door, deliberate and measured as always. Bill, Susan! I could see down the hall as he stepped back, gesturing for them to enter. Right this way. He smiled broadly and gave me a thumbs up after they turned their backs. What a joyous occasion. All the enthusiasm left my body as I saw the look on Bill's face. So this is how it ends, Bill said as he pulled out a chair for his wife. I've got to fire you over a report you've been giving me every month for the last 13 years. Bill, Susan chided, you could at least wait till we've had dessert. She smiled apologetically as she took her seat. My resolve was back and stronger than ever. Bill, I think you may have misunderstood, I said. I sent my notice on Friday, but since you insisted on coming by, I gestured to the table in front of us. Please, feel free to serve yourself. Susan pursed her lips and began dishing out cold food. Well, I'm starving. I almost lifted the glass of flat sparkling wine to my lips when I saw Frank from the corner of my eye, frantically gesturing for me to put it down. I couldn't wait till they were gone and we could go out for a celebratory dinner. So, yeah, that's my story. Not my usual style. Just reading it out loud, I see a couple of things that I could twerk. They just don't. It doesn't read smoothly in some places. But it was very fun to write, and I could definitely see a few places where I can add to the story as well, giving a little bit more information about the report and why her boss insisted on coming over for dinner. And yeah, I thought it was funny. Definitely not how most of us would have our boss over for dinner. Basically, my rule for the weekly list is only 20 songs plus no more than 5 songs from last week. Oh, cool. I like that. I definitely have a hard time making playlists when I set a theme, but I like to set a monthly theme when I do mine. But I'm basically playing with the idea of curating the music a little more. That's so cool, though. Let's see. The one thing about the list, though, my musical tastes are super eclectic, running from jazz to pop to indie and alternate rocks to opera and everything in between. I like that. I don't really listen to jazz, but I found this album through something I was watching on, I think it was on Facebook, where this guy, he does improv to like different viral videos, and it comes out pretty great. And so I'd seen something else on his channel, and it was an evaluation of the worst jazz album ever. And I started listening to it because I thought that was a funny idea. And it's called Well I Should Have is the name of the album. And hi Nia, welcome. How are you? The funny thing about the album is the guy who plays the piano doesn't know how to play the piano. So even though the title of the album is Well I Should Have, at the bottom in the right hand corner it says Learn to Play Piano. And it is the most ridiculous thing, but it's very amusing. I liked the twist at the end. Thank you. Yeah, I thought that was funny. I was like, there's no way that they're going to eat this knowing how awful the food is that they made. Like this, I wouldn't, like, if I'm cooking terrible for a boss that I'm like has insisted on coming over to my house and basically is just showing up, I'm not making them like my finest cooking. Nia jumped in. Yeah, definitely check it out. It's I know it's on Apple Music. I don't know if it's on Spotify. I assume it would be. But if you want to hear snippets of it, you can also search for the worst jazz album ever, and I believe the guy whose video I was watching will come up. Actually, I might just throw it in the chat. That might be the easiest thing to do. Hold on, let me see if I can do that. Yes. Yes, I just found it. Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat because it is so fun. That's the album, though, or not the album, but the video where I found out about the album. I thought it was really fun. I'm good. Everyone is sleeping in today. Love it. It is. It is very goofy. And like I said, I don't really listen to jazz. So the idea was like, I was surprised that I was interested in listening to it. And the band that he has playing with him is really quite good. Like they're very, very talented individuals. With jazz, I have to say I like the more old school styles, like from the big band days and or the musicals. I prefer discernible melodies in my music. Yeah, maybe that's why I don't listen to jazz so much, because that's more so what I like. But I find that I get a little anxious listening to it. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, I can listen to that while I'm working or something like that," and I'm like, I find it like I'm like, I can't do this. But I do listen to a lot more classical music when I'm working or writing, or anything that I have listened to so many times that like I don't have to think about it. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like jazz makes me a little bit anxious. But I do love musicals, so maybe that would be workable. Also, I don't know why, but Piper is outside absolutely spazzing. She's barking for like half of that sprint. I don't know why. I went and looked out at her and she's fine. Like, she's just staring off into the yard, just singing the song of her people. I like modern jazz, and non-melodic metal also causes me a level of aggravation. Don't find it worth it. Yeah. I completely get that. I do like metal, but not all of it. I don't know. I have weird tastes in music. I do realize that, and like pretty much nobody will let me DJ in the car. They're like, make it stop. Why are you like this? And I'm like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. That being said, since we've wrapped the first prompt, let's go ahead and do the second one. I've got it all ready. This is from day 9 of Flash Fiction February. Let me get this updated. Oh, and I also need to come up with a challenge. What challenge will I do for myself? Any suggestions on a challenge? We've updated the pin with the new prompt. What was the last challenge we did? So the last challenge I have listed on here is to write about one of the 10 words, but don't say the word until the end. I don't know about that one. Ooh. Pick a random song off the playlist and base a scene or story off of it. I will give that a go. Hold on, I'm editing the Dobby. Please stop. We're going with it. Alrighty, let me get the timer. No, 7. All right, we are ready to go. Love it. Okay, everybody ready? You'll have to mention which song you picked so we can listen along while we read your story. Ooh, okay. Okay, I will do this. We will begin sprint number 2 in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, that was sprint number 2. Like I said, we'll probably do one more sprint because I have some extra time and I have other projects that I want to work on. And this is a rarity for Flash Fiction Live because usually we have more combo and more stories to read. But I'm really happy with the story that I wrote. I just posted in the chat the song that I used. It's Sunshine by One Republic. I don't know that my story really my story, I would say, sorry, my camera's bothering me. My story, I would say, is maybe like not quite an opposite, but it's dissonant with the song. And I think that's what inspired me about it is kind of the opposites that are happening if you think, ow, Dobby, why? Barrett, come get your boy. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the opposites from the music to the story. Barrett, first of all, house hippo, my new favorite term. And second sprint, I got coffee and opened my dock out here winning. I had iced coffee this morning. Dobby has been on one. He got up here and made a literal stink so bad I had to go and get air freshener and spray my office because I was unable to breathe. It was so bad. And he's just been very affectionate this morning. So I love that for me. I will go ahead and read my story, and y'all can throw in the comments what you got done. If you wrote a flash fiction and you want to send it to me, you can send it to me on Instagram. I will. I know. Literally, I was out here dying. I don't know if you saw me. I grabbed my the other half of my unedited manuscript and I was like fanning in here, and I'm like, I can't breathe. It was so bad. Love all the words, but excited to see how you used ketchup. Okay. Did I use ketchup? Yes, I did. I forgot. Which is funny because I also used ketchup in my first story. And I was like, wait, we had ketchup in both of them back to back. And it was like, no, I used it out of my own creativeness. But of course, it had meatloaf in it. So, of course, there's ketchup. I'm basically picking song 11 out of 20. Love it. Excited to see the new playlist. With that, I'm going to go ahead and read my story, and I will get back into the comments once I am finished. Okie doke. This is a camping trip in which no one has ever been camping before. Kira let her hand hang out the window, making waves as the car sped down the interstate. Her stomach turned as she looked over at Sadie. The greasy burger she was eating oozed ketchup and stank of onions. She tried not to be the royal pain her friends accused her of being. She leaned against the car door and closed her eyes, letting the sun hit her face. Why are you in such a mood, Kira? Sadie asked, licking mustard off her finger. Pardon me if I'm not enthused about going on a camping trip in which no one has ever been camping before, she said. Laura turned the radio down and glanced in the rearview mirror, her hand still steady on the wheel. You're going to love it. I just know you will. You'll be able to pick out more than one constellation. We can go on moonlit walks. It'll be amazing. Kira sighed. There are bears in the woods, Laura. No one's going anywhere after dark. You're joking, right? Sadie said. She's joking. You've got to be joking. Oh, relax, Alice said. The bears are more scared of us than we are of them. The atmosphere in the car grew noticeably less jovial. Are you kidding me? Sadie exploded. You brought us all the way out here and you knew there were bears in the woods and you didn't bother to tell anyone? They didn't tell you because you're always like this, Sadie, Kira said. Well, pardon me for wanting to live. I'm sorry you don't feel that way, Kira, but I want to have the chance to grow old and die in my bed. Everyone got quiet. It was obvious that Sadie was livid, but that was taking things too far, even for her. Kira looked down at the luminous scars on her arms. Yeah, no, totally, she said, her voice devoid of emotion. See, Sadie, Laura said, here's just another example of why we didn't tell you. You don't always have to act like a bitch because you're upset about something. Oh, so now we're just going to name call, Alice said, her voice fading into the background. She reached her hand around the back of the seat and grabbed Kira's hand, but didn't say anything. Okay, Laura, do you want to expand on that, Sadie was shouting. I could just leave you here. You could walk home since you don't care about any of us, Laura said, her voice raising like it always did when she was furious. She shifted the gear down and started to pull onto the shoulder. Do whatever, Laura. We already know this trip is all about you. Get back on the road, Laura, Kira said, leave no bitches behind. You're such an ass, Sadie said, but the relief in her eyes was clear. Alice squeezed Kira's hand. So, who wants to feed the bears tonight? And that is my story. And that was once again inspired by Sunshine by One Republic. Love the visual of making waves with her hand out the window. Thank you. Thanks, Barrett. It's supposed to be a weekly thing, but I'm going to make a longer list with the previous week's songs. Love it. I haven't yet written it because the idea hasn't solidified yet, but The World Ender by Lord Huron, I think that's right, feels like a story I want to write. Ooh, I'm going to have to listen to that one. Love that idea. Love it. Thank you. Hi, Grumpy Mama. How are you? Very nice. Thank you. Oh, yay. And I especially liked how it does relate, but also goes against the song. Yeah, I think that's what it was like, that thinking about maybe that song being on the radio that Laura turns down and they're having this argument and things are not going well. I liked it. Hand making waves was a perfect visual. The reveal of the scars was done so well. Thank you. I do like, I feel like that's not something that most people would say. So I do think that Kira being the one who feels like she acts like royalty, even like maybe her friends imply that, but it's not really true. And that it's actually Sadie who's the drama queen / princess. I think that's a nice parallel too. I think I would actually write more of this as well. Maybe turn it into a horror story. Like, it does seem like the beginning of a horror movie to me. 4 girls going camping when none of them have ever been camping before. That's how it starts, right? Doing good. Hope everything is well on your end. Very well, thank you. That is what I have so far. How did the sprint go for y'all? I think I'm definitely going to set these aside, but I do need to start going back through all of the flash fiction that I have written, so I may do that in the next sprint. Horror setup for sure. Love it. See, I feel like that would be a fun thing to do. I don't know that I've really written a lot of horror. It does sound like a horror that can go bad in so many ways. Yes. Yeah, I like that. I think... Ooh. Oh, now I really want to write it. And Sunshine is the perfect opening song, like a setup to set one at ease. Right. Because I feel like it's, when you're writing a heist, if it goes well, you tell the story that you tell in the story that they're going to do a heist, but you don't tell them how it's going to happen. And that's how you kind of know that it's going to succeed. But if it's going to fail, then you start by telling the plan. And that's how you know it's going to fail. And I feel like that's kind of what the song does, is set it up to like, this is not going to go well. I might write like a short story and use this as the beginning. Now I really want to. I think I should do it. I feel like I should do it. It seems like a thing that I should do. Okay. I appreciate the inspiration, the encouragement. I'm thinking too, since it's 10 o'clock, we can do another sprint. That's it. It's final. I'm going to do it. It's going to be either, I think it would probably be a better short story. I don't know. I've never intentionally written horror before. But I said that the other day accidentally when we were doing, when we were on another live, and I was doing my intro and I said that I write horror, and I was like, what? No, I don't. Who said that? I think it was on Zara's stream. I'm pretty sure it was. So I guess I was out here prophesying. What do y'all say? Another 30-minute sprint? Do one more? Oh, one more sprint. I thought you were saying I should write another flash fiction. I was like, I mean, I can. Oh. I believe one should always write things that scare us a little. I like that. And, you know, it's funny because in all my other stories, people end up dying. I don't know how it happens. It just happens. Okay, we're going to do it. One more sprint. It's going to be a 30-minute sprint. I'm really vibing with these typing timers, so we'll do that. Woo-hoo. We're going to get an hour and a half of productivity in here, and I'm still going to have plenty of time to get signed in for work. So, loving this. I'm trying to decide if I should go through my flash fiction and start organizing them. I think I will. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start organizing my flash fiction and maybe giving them names. Maybe make a collection. I'll make a collection. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Drop in the comments what you're going to be working on this sprint, and I will get us set up for it. Okie doke. I believe we are ready. We got here. I'll try to write a chunk of chapter 2 of my novel. Yay! Love it. Just continuing to update my weekly faves list, and when that's done, transfer all the old songs to my list of musical epicness. Love it. Working on my story for Jace and Charlie's Pride anthology. Oh, love it. It is happening. It is June. It is Pride. Very excited. Keep an eye out for that. If you're not aware, Charlie and Jace, well, I think Charlie started it and they're doing it together. I don't remember. Maybe it was both of them, but they do a Pride anthology, and you write your story, and I believe you post it in a playlist, but definitely check out Charlie's channel. Charlie's channel is linked under channels on my channel as well. But definitely check it out, because there's a whole playlist of stories from around AuthorTube on Charlie's channel from last year. So if you're looking to see what kind of stories, I know Barrett did it last year as well. If you're looking to see what kinds of stories are included, definitely check out that playlist. And I think it's open call, so you just do the playlist, but definitely check out Charlie's channel for more information on that. Sounds random, I know, but music always makes me want to write, so I'm kind of hyping myself up to write again. Yay! Yeah, I don't always have music on, but I definitely instrumental and stuff like that. If I'm feeling stuck or I'm trying to get in the right vibe for a scene, it's so helpful. So I love that, and definitely excited to have you out here writing again. But I know you're working through some burnout, so all the support for that. With that, we will begin our final sprint, a 30-minute sprint, and we'll begin in 3, 2, and 1. Okie doke, that was sprint number 3 and our last sprint. How did everybody do? Charlie! Hi, how are you? I was just talking about you. Were your ears burning? We were talking about the Pride anthology that you are working on. I forgot it was that time of year again, so I was pointing everyone to go over to your channel and check it out if they wanted to join. I spent the sprint organizing the flash fiction that I've written, and I didn't realize how many it's been. I think I'm halfway through organizing, and I've already moved more than 20 flash fiction stories into one document. And I'm trying to organize them by the prompt and the date. So some of them I'm going to have to go back through and look at the videos we posted and figure out exactly when they were written. But so far, so good. And then once I get them organized, it'll be much easier in the future when we make it through all the prompts to go through and start editing them. So yeah, that was very productive, and I'm glad I'm doing this because I hadn't realized how much I've written. Plus, on top of all of that, I'll be able to put these down in my Millwordy. Not all of them. I'll be able to put the ones from this year down in my Millwordy word count, and then when I start editing them, if I start editing them this year, I don't know if we're going to finish this year. I'll have to look at the schedule. But when I start editing them, I can put those words down as my words edited towards my Millwordy as well. So that will be very exciting. Let me get in here at the comments. We're talking about, no, Dobby. We're talking about headphones and, ow. He's just up here with his little claws, being so cute and the absolute worst. He's purring so hard, though. I like listening to him. Anyway, sorry, sidebar, distractions. Headphones, I'm going somewhere else too, more efficient in my case for brainstorming. Ooh, love that. Brainstorming to music, good plan. I'm about to add this to my weekly phase, but I think it will make fun addition to your soundtrack for your horror featuring 4 girls. Ooh, I will check that out. And yes, definitely going to be developing that. Ooh, that's another thing, sidebar. As I'm going through these, I can go back and pick out the ones that I'd planned to add more to and make me do a collection of like short stories expanded on from my flash fiction. And I'll also be going back through the videos to get the feedback that was given on each of the stories. Ow, claws. Get the feedback so I know what it was that I was going to work on for those stories. We're doing a little bit of a chit chat. Love writing music that evokes the right sort of feeling for a scene. It's part of why I'm always listening to new songs, so compiling a random playlist just made sense. Love that. This is when we saw Charlie pop in. Hello, hello. Haven't seen you in like ages. Everyone give the list a follow for a new selection of music each week. I am following BT Dubs. Don't know if it's your style, but I found a great album yesterday, The Ghostwriter's Remote Dreaming. Ooh, what is this on? I'm just going to take a picture of the screen so I don't forget. Because my phone is pretty much my brain. We're going to check out that song. I have to admit, I still need to check out the new Muse album. Wait, Muse put out a new album? I also will need to do that. Chat jumped. I love me some Muse. My first book, Twisted Jane, when I was drafting that, I listened to so much Muse. That's pretty much all I listened to. I've got to run. I have a grocery pickup in 9 minutes. Have a lovely, productive day. Thank you, Barrett. Hope you have a wonderful day. Yay for groceries. I need to do that. Bye-bye. Busy picking song 14. Out here killing it. 386 words. Not a whole lot, but a victory for me. 386 is a good bit. It definitely is. And also so much better than a blank page. It's been a long time since I've been that productive in a sprint. I feel my long slumber may be behind me after all. Yay! And yeah, 386 words is wonderful. Every word counts. Use the sprint to make breakfast. Waffles. Oh, I'm jelly. Waffles sound so good. Chat jump. Yes, we love some waffles. Very excited about the Pride Anthology. Can't wait to see the stories this year. Yay! Definitely, y'all, check out Charlie's channel once more. You can find more information about the anthology there. I've been working on a super secret master plan 1, and I think it's just about ready to put into action. That is terrifying but exciting. Ooh, I'm curious. I'm excited too. I saw you followed. Yay! Yep, I will be checking out your playlist. Love me some playlists. I recorded a segment of an episode of NPR's Life Hit about how homophobia and transphobia lead to toxic relationships. They liked it, so I think it will make it into the episode. Oh my goodness, that is so exciting. Congratulations. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so happy. I will be listening. I listen to NPR, so I will be keeping an ear out for that. Congratulations. That's huge. Follow Charlie over here. Oh, that's wonderful. That just made my day. Yep, I saw it on Instagram. I followed them. I also love Muse, although their previous album didn't really hit the spot for me. Fair. Just all the love out here. You all, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. It's been good to see you. I need to get back in here. Definitely school to get out of me. Been feeling some burnout myself, but I'm really excited about this Pride anthology. I don't know, maybe this year I'll get a story in there. I meant to last year, and I didn't realize how difficult it was going to be to write a story like that for me. And so I was very enthusiastic about it, and I still am, but when it came down to putting words on the page, it wasn't happening. So I'm not going to pressure myself. Fingers crossed, I would like to participate at some point in time. I just don't know when that will be. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and do outros because I got to jump on here and go to work. But it's been so lovely seeing all of y'all and watching what you're working at. I know some of y'all I haven't seen in a very long time, and it just makes my heart happy to see you and write with you again. We will be skipping Flash Fiction Live next week due to Worldwide Write-a-thon, but I will still be out there, and Natalie will still be out there. We will be doing big things. So I know Natalie has a sprint. I may have gotten the times mixed around, but I will be on one at 8 a.m. on Saturday the 18th and one at 9 a.m. on Sunday. I believe the 8 a.m.'s, no, that doesn't seem right. I'm going to have to recheck that, but I know I have one at 8 a.m. and one at 9 a.m. So keep an eye out for that. I'll be sharing more information on those on my Instagram because my memory is out here rocking it. But yes, so we'll be skipping Flash Fiction Live for the weekend of Worldwide Write-a-thon, but we will still be out there in the world doing writing things. And then we'll be back. I believe we'll be on Natalie's channel the following week. So definitely do that. What else? I write science fiction, historical fiction, flash fiction, and apparently horror. I'm going to be working on expanding that flash fiction into a short story, most likely. And, keep an eye out for scripting the book. The writer's wrap-up at the end of the month. We do that with Nia, the Vixen of Fiction, Sarah Cahill, and myself. And there's usually some guests on there. Scripting the book on Nia's channel. And authortubers react also on Nia's channel. I'm not always on there, but sometimes I do. So keep an eye out for those things. They are wonderful. Also, Charlie has a fantasy first aid that comes out periodically. So keep an eye out for that. If you write fantasy, I write fantasy. So Charlie has that and a couple podcasts about world building and writing fantasy. So if you also write fantasy, check those out. I think I'm talking a lot today, y'all. Let's see. Very exciting. Thank you all for coming. It's so good to see you once more. There's time. The anthology doesn't come out till the last Sunday of the month. Keep that. That is the Pride anthology. Check it out on Charlie's channel. Thank you all so much for coming, and I will see you next time. Ta-ta.